Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell. When I say it, it's going to be short. It winds up being long, so I'm going to say this one is long. So hopefully it's short, right? Let's get right into it. I want to show you guys that we did that today. Look at that. We did that today. We walked away with 30%, actually more than that, shorting a stock that was going up. We'll get into that later, and some crypto, all right? So listen, I want to tell you guys, I want you to check your notification bells, right? Then, if you are watching me right now, believe it or not, over 20% of the people that are watching me right now are not subscribed. You're not subscribed. It just comes up. But what happens is you miss the important ones. So make sure that the notification bell is darkened, that is checked, okay? Now, if you already checked, don't uncheck it. All right, let's get right into it. So Dow rises 500 points to records as Friday's rallies on mild inflation data accelerates. This morning, an hour before opening bell, we had CPI, Consumer Price Index, which is a gauge that measures the rate of change on products and goods and services that you and I consume. Well, it was mild, okay? And that came out. So what does that mean, mild? It just means that the Fed is still more likely to cut interest rates, okay? When? This coming Wednesday, when we have another FOMC meeting from the Fed, okay? And so he still has room and fuel to do that. What else is happening? Trump's dramatic rhetoric on tariff ramps up pressure on Supreme Court. Now, there's a lot of stuff happening in the courts, and I'm just going to plow right through it, okay? So we know in the Supreme Court, one of the things he's doing is he is suing Letitia Cook, okay? Remember her? She had her name on the deeds on 2 separate properties, okay? What do I got to say about that? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. No, don't do it. Beretta, for those of you that's old enough to remember that. All right, I forgot the words, okay? But we got to understand that people that seems like, they're doing stuff for the right reasons may have other reasons. And there's some things that is not really discussed, because I'll tell you something else that's going on. Remember George Santos, the crazy senator that, I think he was a senator. Trump communicates Santos' prison sentence is just one more presidential overreaction. Remember this guy? Ex-congressman, that's what it was, George Santos. What did he do? This is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to breeze through this, okay? Look at that. The party program schemes. The list is ridiculous. The credit card fraud scheme. Look at that. Fraudulent political contributions solicitation scheme. Unemployment insurance fraud scheme. False statement to the House of Representatives. This guy received all of this money from $1 million to $5 million. All right. This guy did some terrible things. His sentence gets communicated. So why did you bring this up, Larry? I don't care about the one person that don't like me ever saying anything negative. I'm going to shine a light on a cockroach. And when you shine a light on a cockroach, what do? They run. All right. So what I'm saying is, and when the other side gets back in, I'm going to do the same thing because I care about you and your money. I don't care about them. I don't care about the Dems and the reps. They are here to do what's best for them. So I'm going to do you. OK, we going to do us. All right. So, all right. I'm done with that. All right. So I just wanted to show you what's going on. And then CZ, you saw what happened on yesterday's video. OK, so listen, in all thy getting, get an understanding. It doesn't matter who. All right. So we went through all of that. I want to show you right now that Rigetti is flat. Rigetti's flat right now. It ran up again this morning, 4%. And then it absolutely tanked, right? Let me check Oklo. Something just came up about Oklo. Oklo is now up 9%. Oklo is now up 9%. I may have missed getting back in. I still have a little Oklo left. You can see it's up 9%. Remember, guys, I said I believe in this. Oklo just got hammered by Kramer and all of these other guys. It got hammered unjustly. And I told you guys I believe in it. There'll be other opportunities. It's going to cool down. And we'll get back into some Oklo. I'm just going to wait until this season is over. This season with all of this whipsawing, all right? Up and down, whipsawing. So I want you to see this about quantum computing, okay? So now, the quantum computing stock are overheated. I did a video last night. I'm going to leave a video here. I did it last night on quantum computing. It's about 30 minutes long. I called my friend Josh. We showed you everything you need to know about quantum computing. Now, there's an AI bubble, but the quantum computing bubble is 4 times the size of AI. But that doesn't mean that quantum computing is not real and investable. It is, but it's just when you get in, it's your purchase price. First, rare earths and chips. Now quantum computing, Trump reportedly eyes. That was a day ago, right? So here's some quantum computing stock that I dollar cost average in anyway. Well, one, AMD stock pops 6%. That's 3 hours ago. So AMD is a stock that I'm buying, and I've been buying. I've been dollar cost averaging. Now, I don't have any IBM, but these are 2 stocks, or these are 2 companies that are already in quantum computing and are really big, okay? And then they ask, quantum computing stock soars on government stake. Y'all see that, right? Soars on government stake. So let's go back to Rigetti, right? RGTI, and now it is red. And guess what else is red? QUBT is red. Sound is red. IONQ is up a little bit. And D-Waves, QBTS, is up about 5%. Now, if you notice, I shorted this one yesterday, D-Waves. This morning, I shorted Rigetti. And what happened with Rigetti? What did I see with Rigetti? I'm going to show you this. This is what I saw this morning with Rigetti. I saw that this morning, and I alerted money movers. If you are money movers and you made some money off of this, show me some love and leave me a comment, right? So we printed this morning right here. And we were showing, like Josh and I was discussing on yesterday, a buy on the big pops on the green candles. And then you could see here, this is the buy range for puts. And then here's where we were taking profits, right? So we were taking profits here, but then I said it could fall here. So what I did was it came down, took a little profits, kept a few, took a little profits here, kept most, and then we sold here, right? So you could have sold anywhere from here to here, or you could have sold all here and made good money. Here, I got take profits right here. Boom. And you see what happened. It stair-stepped all the way down. It rested right on our mark for a while. You can see here, boom, 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 boom. And then it broke under, right? And it just kept going. And now it's falling lower, right? And what is the significance of that? It's showing you guys what's about to take place with these quantum computing stock if they don't get a deal with the government. I'm not a fan of the government having their hands in our stock and being part owners. They already have their hands in our pockets with these taxes. So you are already in partnership with the government because every dollar you earn, they own a portion of it, at least a third in most cases, okay? And so I'm just shooting it to you real until they shut me down, all right? So let's go to crypto because there's a lot of money to be made. I'm not here just to say this one's wrong, this one's wrong. I'm here so we can strategize and make money okay? Then I saved one. Let's see here if I could see that. All right. So I did this play And then I saved another play, okay? Saved another play, and I saved one. I always do this, and I want you guys to get used to doing this also. I saved one just in case. See here? Just in case. It's up 44%. Just in case. I'm going to keep it over the weekend to see what happens, right? So let's go into crypto really quick, okay? Yeah, we're doing good, right? Let's go into crypto, shall we? Now, we got here, crypto is looking good. And I'm going to say this right now. It's not over until it's over. Now, Tom Lee in this, and I'm going to do a crypto one over the weekend, says that Bitcoin could go down by as much as 50%, not 70, 80, 90%, as much as 50% in crypto winter. He didn't say it was, he said it could. Okay, I'm going to play some of what he also said of what Bitcoin could be worth in 5 years. And he's, way more bullish than I am. So we got Ethereum up. Look at that, 2% over the last 24 hours. And we got Bitcoin, I'm going to call that flat. We're going down. We got XRP finally waking up, 4%. But we can see fear and greed. Now, you can see that this fear, it was actually halfway down here. And every time it goes back up, this goes up. The price goes up, this goes up. The price goes down, this goes down. Where should you be buying? Here. If you think that it's not over, then this is the buy range. If you think it's not over, okay? Because here's where the amateurs buy. They buy here and they sell here. Now, nothing's promised, good people, but if you're patient, I want you to listen to this and you will see why I am long Bitcoin.
Why?
Well, gold moves first and then Bitcoin catches up. Mm-hmm. So I think that there is going to be the network value of gold just went up by a lot. And so let's say gold settles at 5,000. Mm-hmm. That puts fair value of Bitcoin, like 1.6 to 2 million if it matches gold's network value. Mm-hmm. So I think it's actually helping Bitcoin's future terminal price.
So you think that if gold settles at 5,000, Bitcoin, you take the gold market cap divided by the number of Bitcoin, then you get 1.6 to $2 million per coin. What's the time frame for us to get there?
Well, I can see that in 5 years for Bitcoin. So I think
5 years.
Yeah. I think Bitcoin. Yeah, I think Bitcoin doesn't get capped by gold. It actually gets pulled up by gold. Mm-hmm. And then, because it's growing the monetary base, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then this year, gold's up 60-ish%, Bitcoin's up 18 to 20%, depending on the day. Do you think that on December 31st of 2025, we'll actually look back and could Bitcoin have outperformed gold in 2025, even though it has such a big lead right now?
Yeah, we have a lot of time. We have 10 weeks. As you know, Bitcoin makes its move in 10 days a year. So are Bitcoin's best days in the fourth quarter? Probably, because we have catalysts, the Fed's easing. We have a shutdown that's been risk off. We have China-US tensions that, look, every time there's a headline on China, like Bitcoin takes a gut punch, right? Because it is money flows and deleveraging. So that goes away. We have seasonality that favors stocks moving up. Stocks moving helps Bitcoin. So to me, the chances of Bitcoin having a huge fourth quarter are really high. And not all of these would be tailwinds for gold. So the chances of Bitcoin having a huge fourth quarter are really high, and not all of these would be tailwinds for gold. So I wouldn't count. I still think it's possible for Bitcoin to hit 200,000 by the end of the year.
So guys, I chopped that up to get to the important parts. So Tom Lee thinks in the next 5 years that Bitcoin will hit 1.6 to $2 million in the next 5 years. And I said $500,000 in the next 4 years. And Tom Lee is saying 1.6 to 2 million in the next 5 years. And he still thinks that Bitcoin could hit 200K by the end of this year. Now that's Tom Lee. He's a perma bull. I get it. But I agree with him in the direction of both. I do believe in the next 8 years, we will be $1 million. And I believe we will be $500,000, 480 to $500,000 in the next 4 years, right? Now, if it goes more than that, which it could because there's more millionaires than there are Bitcoin in the United States alone. Okay, so I'm not overhyping, but what you're going to need is patience. Okay, so that's what I'm going to leave it there, good people. But I just want to say, hey, we are doing it. Listen, Stock Up You is where you want to learn and earn. Use coupon code LEARN, LEARN. I have a new options for dummies course. Okay, now in that course, you will learn how to do this today. Look at that, 800 today. Right? And then on yesterday, another 1,800. What's that? $2,600. And so you will learn how to do this in Stock Up You because I'm releasing new classes every day in Stock Up You options for dummies. Learn and earn. So when the market does begin to fall, we will make money on the fall. Okay? That's Stock Up You. Use coupon code LEARN, LEARN, right? Then, after you study and learn in Stock Up You, then come join us in Money Moves because you'll understand what we're doing, all right? I'm going to leave it right there. You have a blessed weekend, and I'm going to try to make a crypto only video sometime before Monday. I'm going to try, all right? Love you guys. Make sure, use coupon code LEARN, Stock Up You. Get ready now. Invest in yourself so you can make life-changing money, okay? But you're not going to make anything. You have to do the work yourself. I can't do it for you. You have to do the work. This is not a get rich quick. This is not a secret sauce. It's just fundamental based, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's up to you to study, okay? I always say invest, learn, test, earn. Invest and then learn, right? Test it and then earn. All right. We'll see you later. Make sure you check out those links below. Live, love, laugh, and learn.